There is a number the car industry does not advertise. It is the buy again score, the percentage of owners who, after living with a car, would go back and choose the same one. For most decent cars, it sits above 70%. For the worst cars on sale in Britain right now, it is sitting closer to 25, 1 in 4 owners. That is the number you need to understand before you set foot on any forecourt in 2026. I'm a mechanic, I've run a workshop for over 20 years. I've got nothing to sell you. Let's get into it. Number 12, the Vauxhall Mokka-e. We start with a brand in trouble. Stellantis, Vauxhall's parent, has been through factory closures, workforce cuts, and restructuring serious enough to worry the whole European car industry. The Mokka-e shares its platform with the Peugeot E2008, and both have attracted complaints about software behavior, charging inconsistency, and infotainment that does not work as advertised. The honest catch, the Mokka itself is not an engineering disaster. The risk is what surrounds it. Warranty backing, parts availability, resale value, all depend on Stellantis still being a functioning entity in 5 years. For a petrol car, you keep 3 years, manageable. For an EV with a battery replacement question in a decade, it is a much bigger bet. Number 11, the Nissan X-Trail. Large, reasonably priced, and largely ignored in favor of the Qashqai. And the reason is the CVT gearbox. The same continuously variable transmission causing Qashqai owners grief, working even harder in the X-Trail's heavier body. Juddering under load, overheating in stop-start traffic, requiring specialist fluid services most owners do not know exist. Nissan offer a 10-year warranty, which is impressive on paper. The catch is you must service it with Nissan every single time to keep that cover. Miss one, it drops back to standard. And the CVT history is real enough that experienced mechanics hesitate when someone asks whether to buy one. Number 10, the Volkswagen ID.3, the Golf of the electric age. The car that was supposed to prove Volkswagen could do EVs as well as everything else. The buy again scores tell a different story. Early British owners found software that behaved unpredictably, touchscreens that crashed, and an ownership experience that felt unfinished. VW pushed updates for years. The later cars are better. But the used market now carries a significant volume of early examples, and buyers who trusted the launch promise are discovering the reality. The electric hardware underneath is sound. The software layer on top of it is where people got let down. Number 9, the Jeep Compass. Jeep caps UK warranty at 100,000 miles. Every mainstream competitor offers unlimited mileage. That ceiling exists because Jeep knows what tends to happen after that point and has decided not to stand behind it. Consumer Reports ranked Jeep dead last of every brand tested, 3 years in a row. Not mid-table, last. Dealers are discounting the Compass aggressively right now to hit ZEV mandate numbers. The owners who will pay for that are the ones who hit 100,001 miles with a failed component and no cover left. Number 8, the Peugeot 3008 pre-2022 PureTech. Being precise here matters because the post-2022 3008 is a genuinely better car. The fault is specific. The 1.2-litre PureTech 3-cylinder, engine code EP3, in the bulk of pre-facelift examples, still sitting on used forecourts across Britain. That engine has a timing belt running inside the oil. When it sheds, it destroys the engine, not gradually, suddenly. This was documented across the Stellantis platform in enough volume that extended warranty actions were issued in multiple markets. Dealers are not always leading with that history. Know the engine code. Ask for belt inspection proof. Any doubt, walk past it. Number 7. The Land Rover Range Rover Evoque. Genuinely one of the best-looking compact SUVs ever built. Land Rover's designers got something right with that car, and it sells on appearance in a way the reliability data does not support. Independent fault surveys put it in the bottom 10 of every UK study. Air suspension, electronics, water ingress through seals, balance shaft failures that the owner never saw coming. And then the April 2026 JLR recall, 170,000 mild hybrid vehicles across the Evoque, Defender, Discovery, Velar, Range Rover Sport and full Range Rover for a DC-DC converter fault that can drain the 12-volt system and leave the car coasting to a stop, lights out. Nearly 6,000 field reports before the regulator called it a safety issue. No fix available yet. Owners are still waiting. Number 6. The MG ZS EV. Drop a comment if you own one. I genuinely want to know your experience. MG are everywhere in 2026, and £30,000 for a fully electric SUV with decent range is hard to argue with on paper. What Car's reliability survey puts MG last of every brand with a 38% fault rate, better than 1 in 3 cars needing unscheduled repairs. Electrical issues, infotainment failures, build quality that does not match the photos. And beneath that is the longer question about SAIC, MG's Chinese parent, and what battery replacement looks like in a decade if the brand's UK footprint has shifted. Not predicting that, saying you need an answer before spending £30,000. Number 5. The Land Rover Discovery Sport. 5 Land Rovers in the bottom 10 of WarrantyWise's 2026 UK reliability data. The Discovery Sport carries a 40% fault rate, 4 in 10 cars needing unscheduled work. That is not a handful of unhappy forum posters. It is a pattern across multiple independent sources. It competes directly with the Kia Sportage, Mazda CX-5, Honda CR-V, cars with strong reliability records at the same money. Buyers who chose the Discovery Sport because the badge implied quality are the ones generating those numbers. The gap between what the badge promises and what the ownership data shows is exactly where the regret lives. Number 4. The VW Tiguan DQ200 variants. Not every Tiguan is the same car. The wet-clutch DQ250 and newer DQ381 are solid, well-sorted gearboxes. It is specifically the DQ200 dry-clutch 7-speed in the lower-powered petrol versions where the trouble is. Clutch failure before 60,000 miles is documented across thousands of UK owners. Clutch plates running without oil cooling, generating heat, wearing faster than the design anticipated for British stop-start driving. Parts alone to fix it exceed £1,000. The mechatronic unit is worse. The Tiguan is a fine car in the right specification. Ask the gearbox code before you buy anything. Number 3. The Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. 25% buy again score. Consumer Reports 2026. 1 owner in 4 would choose it again. Lowest of any vehicle in the entire study, and it is not close. This is a car that costs over £60,000. It carries one of the most recognizable 4x4 names in the world. The owners paying for that badge are generating a 25% score through recalls, battery faults, electrical failures, and an ownership experience that has not come close to what was promised. Dealers in Britain are discounting it heavily. There is always a reason. Number 2. The Range Rover Velar. Beautiful machine. I will own that without hesitation. The interior is among the finest in any British-built car, and it carries real authority on the road. The problem is what it costs to keep it there. WarrantyWise puts it in the bottom 5 of every UK reliability study. Balance shaft failures, transmission issues, rattles that turn into expensive disassembly jobs, and the JLR mild hybrid recall covering Velar models built 2021 to 2024. No fix yet available. The air suspension that gives it the ride it is known for is a documented cost center once the warranty runs out. Buy it with your heart if you must. Just budget honestly for what follows. Number 1. The Land Rover Discovery. Bottom of the WarrantyWise UK reliability study, not in the bottom 10. At the very bottom, a score of 17.2 out of 100 against the Toyota Yaris at 89.2. That gap is not a data quirk, it is a structural difference in how these cars are built and what they cost to own over time. Cooling system faults, AdBlue failures, timing chain and turbocharger issues, transmission problems, a long list of electrical faults running back through multiple model years. In the JLR recall, bottom of the reliability table, leading the data in the wrong direction on nearly every metric that matters to real ownership. The honest other side, a Discovery run properly, serviced by a specialist, with a budget matched to what it actually costs, can be a deeply capable machine. Those owners know who they are. The regret data comes from buyers who trusted the badge and did not check what sat beneath it. 12 to 1, bad to catastrophic. Some have real merit underneath the problems. All of them have owners who wish someone had told them this before they signed. The buy again score is the number the industry does not want you thinking about. It is the only number that tells you what real ownership actually feels like. Which of these have you owned? Tell me in the comments. Did the data match your experience, or were you the exception? I read every one. You know what to do with that subscribe button.